I'm here in Toronto by the Royal Hotel, one of the most well-known hotels in Canada. I'm going to be getting a tour from my friend who lives here. He's going to be showing us the past, the future, and the present of this hotel. There's also going to be fun facts and some secret places. Come on, let's go. Look, I see my friend. Let's go. I haven't seen you in so long. Let's start the tour.
Did you know that over there?
Yeah.
It was built in 1929. It's over 80 years old.
Whoa, that's pretty old.
Did you know that this building was built in 1929, June 11? It was also built in the Queen's Hotel by the Canadian Pacific Railway between 1928 to 29.
Wow.
The Royal York Hotel was part of the coast-to-coast chain of Grand Hotels, the skyscraper hotel designed by Montreal architects Ross and McDonald in association with Sprout and Rolfe of Toronto, was the largest hotel in the British Commonwealth and dramatically altered the Toronto skyline in 10 attractive rooms. From the classicism of 1920 to 29 interior to the 1957 to 59 extension, decorated in Canadian themes, have provided the setting for conventions, entertainers, cocktails, teas, debutante balls, and royal visits, together with Union Station to the south and the Dominion Public Building to the southwest. The Royal York Hotel has created one of the first streetscapes in the provincial capital.
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, Gabby, come look at all these old artifacts.
Yeah, this one was from assorted menus circa 1937 to 1980.
Whoa, that's really cool.
These artifacts were from the 1929.
Well, look, these silverware are from the 1940s. And
And
those are from the 1940s as well. They are so beautiful.
Let's go.
Let's go in. Signatures of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip.
How nice.
How nice.
I wish we can, but we don't have much
please,
time. No, we have. It's getting
please.
dark and there's too much.
Fine.
Let's go.
Gabby, I'm really tired. Let's go grab some drinks at the Royal York Bar.
Let's go. Some famous events that happened here in the hotel. In 1939, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth visited Toronto. In June 30, 1959, Prince Philip is installed as the first lay president of the Canadian Medical Association at the Royal York Hotel. In June 26, 1973, the Queen Elizabeth II praises Canadian multiculturalism in Royal York Hotel speech. October 26, 1991, gala dinner in honor of the Prince and Princess of Wales at the Royal York Hotel. June 26, 2010, official welcome and reception of G20 leaders and spouses by Prime Minister Stephen Harper and Lauren Harper at the Royal York Hotel. July 5, 2010, official dinner for Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh at the Royal York Hotel, hosted by Prime Minister Stephen Harper. In May 22, 2012, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of the Cornwall celebrate the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in Toronto. In May 17, 2017, Princess Margaret of the Kingdom of Netherlands visits the Royal York Hotel.
Oh my god, those are a lot of big events. I wonder what's gonna happen in the future.
I wonder too. Feature Donald Trump or Kanye West might come here at one point.
Maybe Kim Kardashian might come here. Or maybe that really famous Persian dancer Paris Mutawatabai with their belly dancing skills.
Maybe
You know,
she might.
I really want her autograph.
Me too.
Yeah, we should definitely come here when she comes to this hotel. Gabby, I'm bored of this place. The present has nothing fun. It's just a regular, boring hotel. There are no famous people.
Well, let's go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. We'll see a bunch of famous people
Yeah,
there.
let's go.
Action!
Hey, this is a really cool intersection.
Yeah, it's York and Front Street. We'll continue our tour from here. Let's
Let's go.
So TM, this is a very boring walk, so let me tell you more about this old city block of Old Toronto. I think I'm going to tell you that we are in the city block of Yonge and Front. We are in the city block of Front and Yonge. So, let me tell you about the history. So this part of Toronto is one of the oldest in Toronto. This section was originally part of the township of York, and it was referred as Old Dirty York. Most of the demographics back then were loyalists escaping from America, black people who escaped slavery, and some Aboriginals and some French people who stayed. But now in the 24th century, most of the people here are white working class people. However, there are not much people living in this block because most of the space is used up for for office buildings. The land use of this is mostly office buildings, a hotel, and a big train station. Hey, did I tell you about the Great Big Fire of Toronto? As Toronto began to develop more and more in 1904, there was a great big fire and 85% of all buildings in Toronto, and of course, the Front and Yonge intersection was affected. It burned down everything in the intersection but the Royal York and the Fairmont Hotel. However, the Fairmont Hotel wasn't there, so it didn't really put down the Fairmont Hotel. It took 17 fire halls, 2 engine companies, and 1 hose company 9 hours to put down the fire. More than 100 buildings were destroyed and only 1 person and a dog died. So the future. In my opinion, I don't think the Yonge Front area would change much because there's already space and all the buildings are pretty old. In my opinion, I think Union Station will become bigger and more livelier because more people are living in the suburbs and moving to Toronto. Also, I think the skyline wouldn't change as much because there's already bigger buildings that already is occupying the space. However, I think the local stores will slowly be replaced by new stores, new fancier and really more expensive stores. So, we're here now. Hope you enjoy.
All these jerseys and all these names. Where's Craig Johnson? Oh my god, he's one of the best hockey players of all time. Why can't I find his jersey? I really hope that in the future of the Hockey Hall of Fame, they will have the jersey of Craig Johnson. Anyways,
With these fanatics,
let's go, Gabby.
You can feel how stretchy they are. They're perfect.
Fun fact about the Union Station. Do you know there was 3 Union Stations at each of them were built on top of each other? The first Union Station in Toronto was built by the Grand Trunk Railway. In 1858, at a location just west of the present Union Station train shed, the station consisted of 3 wooden structures and initially shared between the Grand Trunk, the Northern Railway of Canada, and the Great Western Railway. Although the railway also built their own stations along the Toronto waterfront. By the 1870s, the old station was no longer adequate. The Grand Trunk built a new Union Station on the same site that opened on July 1st, 1873. At the time, it was the largest and most opulent railway station in Canada, and it was designed in the Italian/Second Empire style architect by Thomas Heenan Scott. Toronto's third and current Union Station was constructed between 1914 and 1920 by the TTR. Prince Edward, Prince of Wales, officially opened it in public on August 6, 1927. A lavish ribbon-cutting ceremony using a pair of gold scissors. Even Prince George, the Governor of Canada, Prime Minister of Canada, and his wife also came to visit the opening of Union Station. Hey TM, we're almost there at Union Station. Are you ready to explore the most beautiful train station in all of Canada? Hey look, those are the doors. We are going to enter the Great Hall. This is the main site of Union Station. Oh TM, look, we're gonna enter it. Yeah! So let me tell you about Union Station in the present. Union Station is a major railway station and intermodal transportation hub in Toronto, Ontario. It is on the Front Street West on the south side of the block bounded by Bay Street and York Street in downtown Toronto. The City of Toronto owns the station building while the commuter rail operator is GO Transit. GO Transit also owns the train shed and the trackage. Union Station has been a National Historic Site of Canada since 1975 and a Railway Heritage Site since 1980. Its central position in Canada's busy intercity rail service area, the corridor, as well as being the central hub of GO Transit commuter rail service, makes Union Station's busiest transportation facility, servicing over 25,000 passengers a day. More than half of all Canadian intercity passengers and 91% of Toronto commuter trains travel through Union Station. Hey, look, did you know that Union Station had 12 train platforms and 16 train tracks? Also, 65 million people passed through Union Station in 2015 alone. So remember in the Great Hall, the grand ceilings, right? Those ceilings.
Action. This concludes our tour.
Thank you so much for the tour of the Yonge and Front intersection. It was so much fun. This place has so many cool things to do. I'll see you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
This is a line graph of the average price per square foot for condos located in the Bay Street corridor from 2009 to 2018. As you can see, the trend of the line is heading upwards. Not only are the prices of condos rising in the Bay Street corridor, but all of downtown Toronto has a high demand for condos, as a lot of youngsters that are looking for homes and foreign investors are interested in condos. There is not an exact dollar amount for this year, but is projected higher than all previous years. So we can predict that even though Toronto's detached homes are dropping in price, there is a good chance that the condo prices will continue to soar. This is a bar graph showing the number of thefts over $5,000. This data was taken in 2011 but is still fairly accurate being compared to today. The Bay Street corridor is ranked 3rd in the graph with 29 thefts in total, which isn't very good nor safe. Furthermore, the Bay Street corridor doesn't rank so well in a variety of other crimes, such as being ranked 8th for amount of drug charges with 108 in total in 2011, and having the most amount of robberies with 124 in total in 2011. These are the top 10 non-official home languages. This is out of the entire population of the Bay Street corridor, and these are the non-official home languages only. There is a wide diversity of languages among this community, although 69% of residents say they list English as their home language. It is still a very well-diverse community overall.
So let's talk about the future projects of the Front and Yonge area. So this is the Murphy and Gary Tower. It is one of the biggest towers going to be built in Toronto. It will be 92 stories tall and 1,005 feet tall. It will have planned for 4-level retail, 4 levels of office space with a condo on top. It is very expensive, and it will have space for the OCAD University. So another building is the Union Center building. It will be built on the Front Street and Lower Simcoe Street. Its architect is Sweeney and Company Architects Inc. It will be an office building and not a residence building. It will be 782 feet tall and have 48 stories. So the next building is the 156 Front Tower. It will drastically change the skyline of the Front and Yonge area. It will be 787 foot tall and have 46 stories. It will be an office/retail building and not a residence building. Well, I hope you are excited for the new buildings coming to the Yonge and Front area.